everyone. Good morning. Welcome. And today is the third day to Christmas. Yeah, we're excited. I want to say thank you to everyone that has joined to watch this show, The Countdown, since the 12th day to Christmas. It's been very exciting interviewing majorly CEO for this series. They've been sharing their experiences on how to start their careers, and it's been wonderful. And we're getting you started on 2021 on a very good note. So today we have a wonderful person. She's been on the show and she's the first to come on the second time. Wow, we're excited about it. Let's get to meet you, Ore. Good morning.
Morning, Faith. Morning, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
My name is Oreoluwa Lesi, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Women's Technology Empowerment Center, W.TEC, a nonprofit based in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes, so you just met our guests. And guess what? We're going to go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll continue. Please stay tuned. We'll call your friends, your family members, let them get their chicken, popcorn, ice cream, whatever it is they're using to chill in this Christmas. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back from that short break, and my name is Faith Afolabi, and my guest today is Oreoluwa Lesi, and she's the founder for W.TEC, as she's just mentioned before we went on a short break, and she's a gender specialist with over 19 years professional experience. She's also a non-for-profit and social entrepreneurship consultant. Oreoluwa speaks and moderates at high-impact conferences and discussions centered around themes closely related to STEM, gender divide, teaching STEM effectively for non-for-profit sustainability, and principle of social entrepreneurship. Wow, that's a whole lot already. I want to thank you for your last episode, and we've got good reviews of how people were inspired by your spirit. And so how has 2020 been for you? It's been such a roller coaster with COVID, and then the protest in Nigeria in October. And
yes, it's been, the year has been totally unexpected in every way. We started off the year with, certain goals, and then before we knew it, there was COVID-19, there was a pandemic, we were on a lockdown, we had to transform the way we deliver our programs and everything. But in all, I think we give thanks anyway. I think it's been a year of awakening on so many levels.
Fantastic, all right. Fantastic. So tell us, how has it been? What are the new strategies you brought into business to ensure that you reach your target audience? Your target audience is girls. And recently, we know that one of us, the founders of Haystack, they were bought over by a company in America, Stripes, right? So what are those things that you put in place to help you improve on your programs for girls?
Okay, so our programs center around technology, equipping girls and women with technology skills. And so we've always done that through trainings from our camps. We have camps that we run during the long summer holidays. Some are residential, some are day camps. We also have a mentorship program for female undergraduates in university studying STEM subjects. And then we have our after-school clubs where girls in selected secondary schools, public secondary schools, run through our STEM curriculum for 1 year. So they're basically meeting up once a week in the clubs, and then they're having very fun, engaging, hands-on classes. So once we had the pandemic, the school shut down, we found that we were not able to continue many of our programs in the way we had been doing. So for instance, our after school clubs, that's our W.TEC Academy, since the schools were shut down, we didn't have access to the students in that way. So we tried to move it online. That was quite challenging because a lot of the girls we were working with don't have access to their own devices and don't have access to data. So we were only able to work with about maybe like a tenth of the total number of girls we normally do. And so they were using their phones, or maybe they borrow a phone from a family member, have some data on it, and they will try to deliver like sessions on WhatsApp. So for instance, maybe they are learning about graphic design. That was one of the things they were doing when we shut down. So graphic design, they had been doing that in the school. So once the school shut down, we kind of moved it into WhatsApp. So we're using a combination of WhatsApp and Zoom to deliver the classes. And so we did that. That was one of the things we did. We also had another program that we were about to start, a maker space. And a maker space is basically a physical open space where people can make things, usually like technology related things. Maybe they're building like robots or other things like a circuit, a switch, a mini generator. They're like harnessing like solar energy, you know, to maybe create an engine or a motor or something. But we had to move that online as well. So we basically had to redesign the curriculum. We had to rethink about the technology platform we were going to use to deliver the trainings, trying to think about the platform that a lot of the students would have access to, would find it easy to use. So we really experimented a lot. We tried some things, didn't quite work. Then we realized, we also learned a lot along the way. So in terms of optimal class size, the kind of technologies that work, how to teach, how to engage the students online, a lot of things. So it was a big learning curve for us. So that's how we were able to move some of our programs online. And of course, there's some programs that we were not able to move online because, you know, our students just didn't have access to the technology to make that possible. So yeah, so that's how it's been. But on the other hand, we've also focused on a lot of the things that maybe we don't have enough time for, or we haven't allocated enough time for. So, you know, you always have those tasks that they're important, but they sort of fall in between the cracks. So now we were able to look at, you know, our plans, look at our goals, our action items, and start to bring out all those things that we needed to do. And one of the key things that W.TEC, you know, has always set out to do is research. And somehow the research always kind of got a bit pushed aside as we were focusing on implementation. So this year we were able to really devote a lot more time to that. So we released some infographics with that compile like data and statistics about the gender gap in technology and the wider STEM in Nigeria and also Africa. So those are available on our website. So all in all, I think it's quite been a productive year for us.
Yes, that actually helped you to dive into a very important area, which is research. I know a lot of schools abroad and get into research, and they want to work with organizations that do that. Data is very important, so I really appreciate your work so far. So I want to ask, before we go into a game, this is Christmas, right? So we don't want to bore our audience with all talk. But before we do that, so let's say we have talent out there, girls that are doing stuff. Are you able to help them get opportunities like scholarship to develop further? I know recently I saw a video on WhatsApp of a boy that created a G-Wagon, and he was actually controlling it with a remote control back in the East. And the guy who did the video was like wishing him well. I was like, oh, if this guy could just be sponsored to do more, maybe study more, he will create something. So are you able to connect girls like that to organizations that give such funding or scholarship?
We try to do that. We have lots of organizations that get in touch with us. Maybe they're offering scholarships, or they have internship opportunities, and they would like to get more young women. So we publicize these opportunities among our network of alumni. So once girls pass through our programs, they graduate into our alumni network, which is quite vibrant. So in the network, we share lots of information about scholarships, about internships, you know, other work opportunities, vacancies that come up, conferences, basically opportunities that can help to enhance our girls professionally. And so we really encouraged our girls to apply for these opportunities. We are always open to help them as well if they need help crafting their application. We also serve as referees. So if any of our alumni need references for any of these opportunities, we do that as well. So yeah, we really do our best, to continue to push them, in life, encourage them, help them get to the next level in their academic and professional careers.
Beautiful. All right. So we're going to go on this game time. So I'm going to be asking you questions, the yes or a no questions. We just want to get to know you personally. Yes, so
Okay.
I'll start. So can you do a handstand? Like stand with your hand?
Not anymore. No.
Oh, you used to do that. Interesting.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Okay, so can you bend over backwards with your back?
Oh, yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Have you ever lost your wallet permanently?
Yes, I have.
Okay, have you ever gone on a safari?
Yes, kind of. Well, I've been to a game reserve. So we didn't stay there overnight, but we drove through and we saw the animal.
So have you ever been chased by a wild animal before?
Just a dog.
That's a domestic one. Have you cried because your favorite sports team lost a sport? I'm not.
No, never. Neither am I.
Okay. So have you ever called in a radio program, live program, and gotten a response?
Yes, I have.
Interesting to know that. Okay, so have you met someone you mistook as a celebrity?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So finally, have you ever fallen asleep during a class or a meeting?
Oh, of course, definitely. Haven't we all?
Yes, we all. Thank you so much. All right. So guys, we'll be going on a very short break, and when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay tuned. Merry Christmas. Okay, welcome back from that short break, and you've been speaking with me, Faith Afolabi, the host for the Conversations with Humans in Development, and our guest has been Oreoluwa, CEO of W.TEC, and she's been sharing her experiences on the challenges faced during COVID and how she's been able to move from that and use that opportunity, that experience as an opportunity to start a new invention in her organization as well. So, Ore, I know you have a bookshop. You're passionate about books. And recently it got vandalized by some hoodlums during the recent protests in Nigeria, but we thank God for peace so far. So I want to know how you're able to match that with what you're doing at the moment. Why did you set up that bookshop? How have you been able to come back up despite the challenges faced?
Okay, so the bookshop was set up by my parents when I was in secondary school, actually. And so both my parents were also, big book lovers, loved to read. My dad loved to read academic engineering books and business books, and my mom, everything else basically. And so my siblings and I also grew up reading as well. So my parents set up the bookshop, and so like a family business, everybody's involved in it. You're there after school, weekends, holidays, that's your job, that's where you report to. So I grew up in the business and I always loved it. And even when I go to other countries, I love visiting bookshops. So it was always, our dream to continue the bookshop. So when my parents got older, my siblings and I took it over. And so, I've been doing that alongside W.TEC. Really, it hasn't been easy. I think running one business is hard enough, but running two is really, really demanding. So, but thankfully with, other people there, my siblings, we were able to try and, balance the workload. The book industry has seen a lot of changes over the last few years.
Yeah, people
when
now
my
read
parents
online.
set up the Yeah, people read online, people read on devices, and of course that wasn't the norm when my parents set up the bookshop. But still, you know, we have a dream of a space that people can come and people can find a lot of books, and it's also a cozy space, and also a notable place in the community, because the bookshop has been in Surulere since inception. So it was also very well known within, you know, the Surulere area. So I even would meet people now who would tell me, oh yes, I used to go there when I was in secondary school. That's where I used to get my novels from and everything.
Wow.
So it's quite nice to have that history, yes. So, and I always say, even though people are reading more online now, a lot of people still read, you know, physical books. And I think that that market will always be there. It will be alongside the ebook demand. So I think, you know, it's left for us to make sure that we're as customer centric and friendly as possible. Try to make shopping for books a delight for our customers so that they keep coming back.
Fantastic. So do you have in future set up book clubs in schools, like for the girls, maybe like kind of bringing that aspect into W.TEC? Do you have this kind of ideas?
Well, not in W.TEC. For the bookshop, we have a book club, and so maybe in the future it's something that we may expand a bit further. We'll see. But I know people who run nonprofits and who set up libraries, you know, in schools. That's one of the core things we do. And for me, I always believe in focus. I don't think you should try to do too much. So since I already know people who are doing this, you know, setting up libraries in schools, you know, I also see how I can support them as well. So either with books or, you know, or any other way. So yeah.
Fantastic. So we're coming to the end of today's episode. We know it's almost Christmas, and you want to spend time with your family. So for the last word for someone who's watching and they want to start up a business in ICT, what are your last words to such a person?
I would say, well, you know, do your research, whatever you want to go into, or what problem you're trying to solve. You know, it's always good to think about a business in terms of the problem you're trying to solve, so that you can be clear on what service or what products you're offering, and then also think about how you can differentiate yourself from others in the field. And in technology, you need to keep learning, because technology is always evolving. So you want to stay abreast of the latest trends, and not to say that you will jump on every trend, but at least knowing what's going on around you can help you make better decisions and be more up to date, more current with your strategy.
Oh, thank you so much. So guys, it's been such an interesting time with our guest today, and we want to thank you for agreeing to spend your Christmas with us. And we want to say thank you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with your family. Thank you for coming again. I will also come next time. Okay, guys, so from me is a bye on the third day to Christmas. We'll be back tomorrow. Please stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media handle, and we'll be right back. Bye.